What is up, though, Lions fans? It's your boy Chef, and you already know what time it is. We are back for episode number 26 of the YAK pod. Now, everyone knows that the scouting combine has come to a close, but we're going to talk about something a little bit different today. We're going to look at the combine, and we're going to look at some reactions to the combines over the years, some of the opinions, and we're going to talk about, is the combine really worth it? Let's get right to it. Now, in the aftermath of the combine, we've seen a lot of people talking about the combine is worthless, the combine means nothing, the combine doesn't mean anything, the combine doesn't help anything. But other people think that the combine is great and it gives people the chance to show this, that, and the third thing, blah, 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 blah. Well, I am going to give you an opinion that you probably never heard anywhere else. The combine is great. And you've probably heard that opinion. You're probably like, whoa, Chef, we've heard that before. But no, listen, the combine is great. Not because of anything that you may be thinking of. The combine is great because the combine adds to the frenetic, I don't know what, the je ne sais quoi for the French speakers out there, of the entire NFL offseason. It adds an air of unpredictability. It adds an air of sway. It sways people left, right, and center. It adds an air of fantastic television. It's entertainment, and it allows people to be more of what they are. You know, the whole age-old thing about, does money change people? I don't personally believe that money changes people. I believe that money gives you the ability to be more of who you already are. If you're a jerk and you're broke, you're gonna be a jerk on a low level, right? But if you're a jerk and you got a lot of money, you're going to be a jerk at a high level. Like, you might spit on $100 bill and crumple it up and throw it in somebody's face. Whatever the case may be. That's high level jerkitude right there. But if you're a good person and you don't have a lot of money, you're going to be a good person on a low level. But if you're a good person, you got a lot of money, you might take that same $100 bill and pass one out, give another one, pass one out, take another one, pass one out, take another one, pass that out, pass that out, pass that out. You might be in a restaurant and there's a bunch of people in there eating, and you might just run around passing out $100 bills, whatever the case may be. But what do I mean as far as NFL teams? Well, if you are the Las Vegas Raiders, and I will keep using the Las Vegas Raiders because the Las Vegas Raiders are who we think they are. They're not hiding it. Their just win baby mantra basically goes to just speed baby. You know who's probably going to get drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders? Xavier Worthy. Ran a 4.21. Who cares about John Ross? John Ross ran a 4.22. He's yesterday's news. He's also not in the league. He played for the Bengals, who drafted him. He played for the Giants. Not sure if he played for anybody else, but if you look on Wikipedia or Google, whatever the case may be, he's currently listed as a free agent. He doesn't have a team, and if he has a team, he's not playing. He's not producing in the NFL. Sure, he ran a 4.22. That's fantastic. Blazing fast. Xavier Worthy ran a 4.21. Blazing fast. But Xavier Worthy also didn't do any of the combine drills. He just did the 40. And as we saw him running off the field, after he ran that 4.21, he probably just kept on into the locker room. And nobody saw that because we didn't see him for the rest of the day. He didn't participate in any of the receiver drills. Any of the things that say, Hey, this guy's a good receiver. Hey, he can catch the ball. Hey, he's shifty. Hey, he's this. Hey, he's that. This drill is to show this. This drill is to show that. He didn't do them. He didn't do the gauntlet. He didn't do anything except for the 40-yard dash. We know he's fast. But can he catch? Well, a lot of people will say turn on the tape. And I'm going to be one of those people that says turn on the tape. Xavier Worthy probably felt that he did enough. Turn on my tape and also watch this 4-2-1 that I blazed. Turn on my tape and then watch my speed on the field. It's just been confirmed right here in the combine. And we talk about confirming things. This is what Brad Holmes has said about the scouting combine. He said that you go there basically to confirm things that you already knew. You confirm things that you already knew. If a guy looks explosive on the field, when you turn his tape on, and then he jumps, an 11-something broad jump, okay, you confirm that he's explosive. If he looks fast on the field and then he runs a 4-3, 4-3-3, 4-2, whatever the case may be, okay, then you've confirmed that he's fast. If he looks like he can catch on the field, you turn on his tape and he's not dropping any passes, and then you go to the gauntlet and he's not dropping any passes. If he looks like he can throw, he can make all the throws, and then you turn on his tape, he's making all the throws, and then you go to the combine and he's making all the throws, well, you're confirming that he can make all of the throws. If a defensive lineman looks really strong and then he puts up like 30 reps of 225 at the combine, yep, you've confirmed that he is strong. I really don't think, in my personal opinion, that people move up or down draft boards at the combine except for on teams that are not sound in their evaluation processes. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're looking at a guy's tape and you like that guy, you're probably going to draft him wherever you're going to draft him anyway. If you're looking at a guy's tape and you don't like that guy, let's use, for example, Chop Robinson. A lot of people hate Chop Robinson. A lot of people love Chop Robinson. But Chop Robinson goes and he runs a sub 4.5 40 at the combine. He's a physical specimen. I mean, he's a big dude, fast, strong, powerful. Oh my God, he had 4 sacks. Oh my God, he had 4 sacks though last season in Penn State. 4. Now I understand he had a high pressure rate, and he was in one of the highest percentiles for pressure rates, and he helps other guys get sacked. But then I've also heard him be compared to another James Houston. Now we have a James Houston. Are you drafting another James Houston at 29? I mean, the James Houston that we had 19 sacks at Jackson State in one season. Now, I understand it's Jackson State. I understand it's the SWAC. I understand. It's not the same level of competition as the Big Ten. Blah, blah, blah. Got it. But he had 19 sacks, though. Yeah, he's not playing against high schoolers out there. He's not playing against middle schoolers out there. He's playing against other college athletes. He had 19 sacks. Now, probably most of the offensive linemen that James Houston was going against will not be playing on Sundays. Some of the offensive linemen that Chop Robinson was playing against will not be playing on Sundays, but I would think there would be a higher percentage of Chop Robinson's opponents playing in the NFL on Sundays than there would be James Houston's opponents. I get that, but Chop Robinson also had 4 sacks. James Houston had 19. I mean, what are we talking about? If we're looking at production, if you're looking for production, Chop Robinson doesn't have it. Then here's the other thing. Chop Robinson plays in a scheme. Let's say he played in a 4-3 in college. Let's say a team falls in love with him and they run a 3-4. And he goes from putting his hand in the dirt to standing up and rushing the passer. This is a difficult transition. Now with Aiden Hutchinson, because he's versatile and he did both things at Michigan, you can both stand him up and have him put his hand in the dirt. On most reps, he's got his hand in the dirt, right? We play a 4-2-5. Okay, we play kind of a hybrid type of defense, right? So sometimes he has his hand in the dirt. Most of the time he has his hand in the dirt. And sometimes he's standing up, rushing the passer. But let's say you've got a guy who has only put his hand in the dirt. Now, what does that do? It messes with his timing. It messes with his mechanics. It messes with his moves. Maybe he's like, okay, I'm a bull rusher. He's a bull rush guy. Yes, he's going to get a head of steam to try to bull rush you, but that changes how the offensive lineman receives you, right? If you're bull rushing someone off of the line, they have less time to get set. So you're coming off the line, you hit him with that punch and you rush through him, he's back on his heels. But if he's taking on someone who's going to bull rush, and that person is running at them, and he's already had a chance to set his base and get his feet set, and he's going to take you one way or the other, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But will you win more than you would have won with your hand in the dirt? Will you? I don't know. It depends on the player. Braden Fisk. Braden Fisk is a guy that I've heard to be rocketing up people's draft boards, right? Because when he went past, he did his 4.78, and he said, "Oh yeah," because he knew that he had just run a blazing fast 40 time for someone his size. He knew that. I've also heard people talk about his arms. He has short arms, 31 inches, something of that nature. So for a defensive tackle to be going up against offensive tackles and offensive guards who usually are tall, who usually have long arms, having short arms is looked at as a disadvantage. But then I could say, well, you're already so close anyway. Does it really, really matter? Does it really matter? If you're coming off the line and you get into his body, you get that leverage, low man wins, you get up into him. Does it matter if your arms are 2 inches longer? Some people say it does. Some people say it doesn't. I, for one, don't think it does, depending on the leverage, depending on the moment, depending on how you are rushing the passer or how you're setting the edge or how you're getting into the backfield, getting pressure on the passer, disrupting the running game, how you're doing those things and the technique that you're using. I believe that you can overcome 2 inches of arm length. So now, here's why the things become great. This is why the combine is great. It is great because you get to watch people's thought process. You get to understand how they evaluate. What do they look for? Some teams only evaluate, it seems, physical attributes. The tape doesn't really matter as much. If you look at Trayvon Walker, who was inexplicably drafted over Hutch just dropped in our lap because the Jacksonville Jaguars fell in love with Trayvon Walker's combine numbers. He's a big, huge man. He's a massive man. Pause. And he ran a 4.5 140. He ran a 4.5 140. So the thought process is, wow, this defensive end is really fast. He's going to get around offensive tackles with ease. Will he? I don't know. In his rookie year, he didn't seem to do that. He seemed to have a better year this past season. Will he continue to ascend? Because we know that every season, Hutch gets better. Hutch is becoming a technician. Hutch lives and breathes football. Hutch is all about football. Hutch cut his hair. He didn't have time for all that pretty boy Justin Timberlake stuff. He cut his hair. He was like, I need to get these sacks up. The pressures are cute, but I need to get the sacks. I hear what everyone is saying, and I'm saying the same thing to myself. Bro, leading in pressures is cute, but we need to finish the play. We need to make the play. We need to get the quarterback on the ground because that's what we get paid for. Some guys who don't have the most stellar combine are harder workers than the guys that have the stellar combine. Imagine if I was 6'5", 260 pounds, and I ran a 4.40. Couldn't tell me nothing. What are you gonna tell me? I'm a physical specimen. I'm a beast. I'm a beast. And I'm a beast on the field just because I'm physically dominant. And some people think that way. That's another reason why we have the combine, so we can get those interviews popping. What do you think? How do you think? What is your football IQ? What is your general IQ? How do you feel about the game? Do you love the game? Do you truly love the game? Or is the game just something you do because you can? And that's what I think some teams discount, that the game is just something that this guy does because he can, because he's 6'5", 260 pounds, running a 4.40 or running a 4.540, running something that's sub 4.6. He's a beast. He dominates. That's what he does. But does he do it because he loves it? So all of the different machinations and everything that go into the combine, the people, the thought processes, the mentalities, the ideals, the work ethics. Some players decide that they're gonna do drills. Some players decide that they're not gonna do drills. I mean, this one, we've got Marvin Harrison Jr. deciding not to do anything. He didn't talk to anybody. He didn't, like, what was he even there for? That was the point. Like, he didn't talk to the media. I'm guessing he spoke to the teams, right? Caleb Williams is talking about not doing any physicals. You can come to my pro day. I'll do a physical there. Or not even at the pro day. I'm going number one anyway. So when I go to see the Bears, their doctor can check me out. You know, so all these things go into it, and all of us fans are sitting back and like, oh, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. I wouldn't take that guy. Ooh, he declined to talk to the media. Oh, he didn't do a physical. He didn't do a drill. This, that, and the third thing, right? But the evaluators, the true evaluators, just turn it on the tape, and then they meet with them, and they go, okay, check or X. We want them. We don't want them. We love them. We don't love them. And it just lets you see all of that as a fan. And then you see people rising and falling in the combine. But are they really rising? Are they really falling? Did they just confirm what you already knew? Was someone going to take Chop Robinson, pick number 15 already? Because I can guarantee you, if he ran a 4.6 at the combine, for sure when the pro day comes up, he's running that 4.4. That's just how it works. People generally run faster at pro days than they do at combines, unless they've run extremely fast like an Xavier Worthy. Now, Xavier Worthy at the pro day, he's going to do the drills. He's going to be catching footballs from his quarterback that he was catching them from this past season. He's going to be in a place where he's more comfortable and in his element. Again, is that good or bad? Do you want a guy that has to be more comfortable, or do you want a guy that can play in any element? I think most people would say we want a guy that can play in any element. So it is what it is. That is why the combine is great. That is why this whole process is great. So all you people that think that the combine is useless and it means nothing, and it's the underwear Olympics, I called it the underwear Olympics because that's what it is. But all these other things, all the little nuances that go into this situation, this entire process, that's what makes the combine great. Is it worthless? No. Is it everything? No. But damn it, it's a hell of a time. That is all the time I have for today. As always, smash that like button. It did something to you. I know. And if you don't want to talk about what it did to you, that's fine. We can keep that. You can keep that to yourself. But I need you to get your anger out on that like button. I need you to smash that thing. And I need you to subscribe. Because if you don't subscribe, you cannot get all this good content. You can't get it because you don't know when it's coming. When you subscribe and turn those notifications on, ding, you get to know when it's happening right as it starts. And you actually get 30 minutes. Get a 30-minute warning. Hey, Chef is talking that NFL stuff. Come on over and watch. And please be the type of friend that tells another friend. Share it. Tell people to come watch. Tell people to come and get the experience. Tell people to come and sit in this kitchen and take in all the glorious smells, all of the glorious food. I mean, you're gonna have to bring some food because it's kind of digital kitchen. I can't really give you any food. Once I find out how to do that, it'll be on and popping. But anyway, as always, I will see you next time. Peace.